This is Peridot Acquisition Corp. merging with LICY, a lithium-ion battery resource recycling company. Peridot was one of those that we gave you during our Biden SPAC show back on January 20th. So hopefully some of you were able to get in, as they did have connections to the government. So this is North America's largest lithium-ion battery recycling company. $615 million in gross proceeds from the merger, which will fully fund global expansion for LICY. Values the company at $1.6 billion. Shares will trade as LICY on the New York Stock Exchange if the merger is approved. Current Peridot Acquisition shareholders will own 18% of the company after the merger. So LICY uses a proprietary method to recover high-grade materials from end-of-life batteries. They create a closed-loop, domestically sourced lithium-ion battery supply chain. They have over 40 commercial contracts in place with blue chip suppliers and agreements signed through the year 2030. So they sit at the intersection of three mega trends according to their presentation. So electric vehicle revolution, supply shortage of battery materials, and a sustainable battery recycling solution. One of the big key there is battery materials. So we've talked before, and you've seen it with the SPAC MP materials trading higher. Battery materials are scarce. And right now, China leads the way, and that's something that is hurting the supply chain. And a company like this being able to recycle, old batteries could really help with that market. So spoke and hub method, which they said sets them apart. So they use spokes, mechanically processed batteries close to the sources of supply. And then those hubs are the facility in the production of specialty materials. So current legacy recycling technologies use thermal operation and emit harmful emissions. And they also have lower material recovery rates. So that's really important given the focus on that recovery rate. So LICY has a 95% rate. California, as one example, is requiring a recovery rate of close to 100% by the year 2022. China has rules in place for 80% or more. So LICY meets those needs and those requirements, whereas other competitors do not. So right now, 2 commercial spokes in place for LICY, plans to complete their first hub in the fourth quarter of 2022. They have a 5-year rollout plan to have 3 spokes and 1 hub in North America, 6 spokes in Europe, and 11 spokes and 3 hubs in the APAC and China region. So right now they can recycle 10,000 tons a year, but by 2025, that figure jumps to over 100,000 tons a year. So revenue forecasted for $12 million for fiscal 2021, $75 million for fiscal 2022, and by 2025, annual revenue of $958 million, and $303 million of that figure is already contracted with current partners. So compounded annual growth rate of 82%, 2021 to 2025. So shares of Peridot Acquisition are, around 14 right now. These were above $17 in pre-market trading. This is one I'm definitely keeping on my watch, as that battery recycling technology. This could be the thing behind the thing with electric vehicles, smartphones, and getting those grade materials out of the end of life batteries, to use in new items going forward.